All right, so I've been seeing this bullshit ass narrative, and it's been getting on my nerves. So I just gotta talk about it now. So I remember like a year ago, what's his name? Dennis Rodman was on First Take, and he was like, if Michael Jordan was in the league today, he would average like 50 points a game. And then Jalen Rose the next day goes on his show, and he was like, I don't know about 50, but he would probably average like 47. Now these are credible people. Like Dennis Rodman won 3 championships with MJ, and then Jalen Rose played against him in like Eastern Conference Finals, and he played against them a lot of times. Now, I'm just trying to find out what Michael Jordan has like in his repertoire that makes people say he would score 50 points a game in this era. So, all right, so if you look at like the pace for when Michael Jordan first got in the league, the first 3 years of his career, and you compare that with the pace for the last 3 years, the pace was much, I wouldn't say much, but the pace was higher when Michael Jordan was playing. That's facts. You can just look it up. And I've been seeing this narrative for a while, and it bothers the fuck out of me. People be talking about, oh, if Michael Jordan was in the league today, do you know how many free throws he would be getting? Especially with what James Harden does. And if James Harden gets touched, he goes to the free throw line. This is something they be saying. And a lot of people, even people that have never seen Michael Jordan, that have never seen basketball in the 90s, even in the early 2000s, say the exact same thing. Oh, James Harden just draws fouls, and oh my God. But if you look up the number of free throws shot in a year by a single player, if you take out Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West, Michael Jordan is tied with Shaquille O'Neal. You've never seen narratives like this. And even if you look up the number of free throws shot by teams, like the average for like now is like 23. For the past 2 years, it's like 23. For Michael Jordan in the 80s, the years he was playing, it was like 30, 29, 28, 30. But you never hear these narratives. And the number of points, especially in the 80s. Now, if you ask any NBA fan, what do you think about the 80s? It's all physical defense. And like, they don't think about no offense. But if you look up the numbers do not support that. Besides the numbers, alright, let's say Jordan was in the league today. What is Michael Jordan going to do different? So, not the bullshit free throw shit. He's not going to get fucking 20 free throws in a game. How is he going to score? Mid-range the same way he did, right? Michael Jordan has the greatest mid-range. I think everybody agrees on that. And he could also drive. But what else? He's not going to be a great three-point shooter. Do you think Michael Jordan, if he was in the league today, he's going to be Stephen Curry? What is Michael Jordan going to do if he was in the league today? To average 50 points a game. Please stop these dumbass narratives. And these dumb fans just listen and they see, oh, Dennis Rodman, he's not biased whatsoever for these people. This is a dude that won 3 championships with this guy. He's not biased at all. But then you have somebody like Isaiah Thomas say, oh, I'll take LeBron over MJ. And these people lose their shit. Oh, well, he was left off the dream team and he's a hater. How is he a hater? He beat Jordan 3 times. Jordan beat him once. Oh, but he's the hater. Come on, fam. Y'all need to stop these stupid ass narratives. And it's getting to the point where it just doesn't make any type of sense anymore. And you have people right now would be like, oh, if Michael Jordan in the league today, he would probably be averaging a triple-double. And bro, stop the stupid narratives, please. And for NBA fans, please, when y'all hear these dumbass narratives, just look up the numbers. Just don't listen to everything people say. Like many people right now, if you ask them about the 80s, all they think about is Larry Bird and Magic and physical defense. Oh, well, I seen a couple of videos of people fighting in the 80s on Twitter, so it must have been just like violent everywhere. And even the narrative like the 90s and like how Michael Jordan, if he drives, he's gonna get laid out. You can't get no free baskets. Bro, just go watch a game. All these games are on YouTube. It's not hard to find these games. Just watch these games and see if what people are telling you and what you see with your own eyes match up. A lot of people love to like praise what happened in the 80s and the 90s and then just be like, all right, the 2000s when there was tough ass defense, oh, that shit don't matter. The 2010s, all right, that's just people are just scoring. But the numbers for the 80s and right now when people think it's like, oh my God, the scoring is just the all offense game. The numbers are damn near similar, if it's not higher, for the 80s. The number of points teams score is damn near. I'm pretty sure there's times where it's higher for the 80s and then times where it's higher for now. But it's not that different. It's like 2-point difference. So what I would tell you guys is just go fucking watch the games on YouTube. Watch as many games as you can. And then make your own fucking decisions. Because I know a lot of y'all didn't watch basketball in the 80s. And y'all just hear people say, this is what was happening in the 80s. So y'all just be like, alright, I guess that's what was happening in the 80s.